Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Drawing with Mr. Sepulveda. I'm Mr. Sepulveda.
And I'm Oliver.
And we are counting down the 12 days till Christmas by creating 12 pieces of Christmas art. And Oliver can tell the viewers at home what we're creating today.
An elf on a shelf.
An elf on a shelf. And we're going to need a few materials. Oliver, can you tell them what we need?
Something to draw with, a ruler, paper, and colors.
Awesome. And the colors we're using today are going to be alcohol markers, but you guys can at home can use colored pencils, crayons, paint, whatever it is that you want to color with, okay? So go ahead, pause the video, grab those materials, and when you're ready, join us for a little bit of Christmas art. Alright guys, welcome back. So we're here, we're ready, we're going to use our Sharpies to start drawing our elf on a shelf. Okay, so the first step is going to be to draw our elf's hat. We're going to start off with the top portion of the hat, somewhere around the center of this paper. So Oliver, I'm going to start off with almost like, not a cone shape, because I want it to be a little bit rounder, but I'm going to kind of keep it like that. Okay, and we are holding our papers vertically. You can always hold it horizontally if you want, but I think this way kind of works out really nicely, okay? So that looks really good, Oliver. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of come over here and we're going to close off this bottom part a little bit. Yeah. And I'm going to come out a little bit and round this part down and round this part down, almost like a pair of parentheses in math class. Yeah, just like that. Good, good. And then I'm going to put like a semicircle kind of go, like connecting these 2 points. So just kind of connect them that way. Alright, good. Alright, so I'm going to come a little bit lower than this, okay? Because I want to get the face in, and so to do the face, I'm just going to kind of draw almost like a teardrop shape, but I'm not going to connect it all the way up. Cool, cool. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add 2 ears. We're going to add 2 ears here, so there's 1, and there's 2. And it's okay if they're not the same size or anything like that. Okay, good. We're going to give him some hair. I'm thinking he's going to have kind of like a hair that goes like this, or kind of comes off on one side. So we're going to kind of connect those. Okay. And then we'll have like a little bit more of a swoopy hair going this way. So I'm going to leave it a little space over here. Okay. Good. And then I'm going to come under here, and then I'm going to round it out just like that. Kind of like that side, but it's on this end. Good, good. Okay. All right, we're looking pretty good. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to give him a smile, because I'm going to start off at the smile because I want him to be a happy elf on a shelf. Hopefully our elf on a shelf is not sad. Usually it's a bad thing if they're sad, I think, right?
Maybe they touched it.
Yeah, and then we're going to put in a nose, and it's up to you. You can either put your nose going down like a U, or you can put it up like an N. I think I'm going to go up like an N. That's what I'm thinking. I kind of want to have an N nose. Do you want it like that, or do you want to do a U?
Like that.
Just like that? Okay, cool. And then we're going to give him some eyes. I like round eyes, like circular eyes. Some people prefer almond eyes. I'm just going to draw a circle for my eyes. So 1 circle for one eye. And then another circle for another. And you can, again, if you're at home following along, you can choose whatever eye shape you want. I don't want to tell you which shape to use, okay? And now that we got this, we're going to give him a little bit of a neck. Just a little bit of a neck. Yeah, good, good. It like swoops out, good. And then we're going to just kind of put a round little connector right over here, because we're going to have his head going through those little frilly bits that the elves have, right? And so we're going to kind of come over here, do a little swoop, kind of like that. Yeah, there you go, good. And then it kind of comes back in, perfect. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, right? Boom, boom. It's going to almost seem like leaves if you've ever drawn leaves before. Okay, and then I'm thinking we'll have like maybe 3 to 4 more coming across. So we'll kind of start over here, and we'll kind of do that little shape just like that. It's kind of like a leaf. Unless you want to make them more triangular coming down, it's entirely up to you. Okay. Yeah, looking good, looking good. And I'm also going to connect this now that I have it done. So I'm going to connect that part. And if it helps, if you want to go from one side to the other, just to try to keep it symmetrical, you sure can, right? Do the same thing. Just going to do a little bit of a swoop just like that. And then I'm going to connect these pieces. And I like how you're going, because you're going straight across, and that's cool too. So I'm going to do that as well. So I'm going to start off over here again. Just kind of putting them in here. So this is going to be just kind of like the frilly part of the elf costume. Just kind of going over here. There you go. Good. All right. So next thing we're going to do, we're going to start off with his body. Okay. And what we do with his body is we're going to come out down like a rectangle, kind of like that, but we're not going to close off the rectangle. Yeah. Good. Okay. And we're also going to have his legs dangling as well. And so we're going to just draw like an oval shape like this going down. Okay, I'm going to leave some space towards the bottom because we want his legs to dangle. Okay, and to draw his feet, we're going to kind of show them on the outside and then put them on the way in like that. So it's almost like a big old sock. Okay, there you go. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to put in an oval on this side. Okay, and then we're going to do the foot part as well. So we're just going to kind of swoop it in there. So it's another sock. Okay, and I know this part's going to look weird over here, but when we start using our rulers to build in our shelf, it'll make a little bit more sense. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to go on this end of, let's go on the left hand side. Okay, so we'll use the left hand side. And we're going to put his arm going down, just like that. Yeah. And we'll have his other arm going down as well. Just like that. And then we're going to have to give our elf 5 fingers, okay? So I say we start off over here with the 4 fingers. So we'll just kind of go one little loop, 2, 3, and then 4. So we'll count them out. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And then the thumb is going to come on the outside over here, because eventually what's going to happen is we'll have our shelf coming out down that way. Good job. Good. Good. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to bring another hand down. And you don't have to at home. You can always have him hold his hand up as though he's waving or she's waving in case you decide to make a female elf, right? So it's entirely up to you. Okay. So after we get the 2 arms, right? There you go. Right, we are going to do the same thing. We're going to start off on the outside with the fingers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we're going to add in that thumb after. Okay, there it is. Good. Okay, so this is the part where we're going to grab our rulers. Okay, and we're going to look at where the hands are, where the thumbs are, somewhere around there. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll end up making a straight line. So we're going to start off with a straight line going across here on this outside of the hand, because I don't want to touch the fingers. I don't want my line going through the hand, right? Because something will be off if we do that. Right. Yeah, just like that. Good. And I'm going to keep this ruler where it is, and I'm going to make that line go between the hand and the leg, right? Without cutting the hand off or without cutting the leg off. Good. And you see how we have these in-betweens right over here between the 2 legs? I'm going to continue that line there, so now we know they're sitting on a shelf. Okay? Yep, just like that. There you go. And then I'm going to also continue this line as well, going straight to this hand and then to the outside of the hand. Now, it's really important that you know whether or not you want items on the shelf. I'm thinking I want a tree and a present on mine, so I'm actually going to extend my shelf. Because if I don't extend the shelf, then it's going to be really weird when I put the tree and when I put the present on it, okay? So if you want to do a present and a tree with me, Oliver, you might want to extend your shelf just a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Good. That looks good. All right, cool. That works. Okay, so you see where we made our lines? We're actually going to make another line just a little bit underneath it, okay? And it's going to be about the same length, okay? Because we want this to be like a floating shelf almost, okay? So So I'm going to start this line going across, similar to how we did the other ones, right? Just kind of going across just like that. Just try to get it as even as possible. It's okay if it's a little lopsided. I've put up some stuff from IKEA that doesn't always come out right. And then I just got to connect these two shells, right, or these 2 points. And you can use the ruler if you want, but I just free-handed mine just like that. Okay, awesome. All right, next step, we're gonna go ahead and draw a present on this side. You can still use the ruler in case you want a straight like line for your box, in case you're making your square or your rectangle gift. It's up to you how big you want the present as well, but we'll go ahead and we'll do that real quick. All right, so we got our patterns. I like your stripe pattern. I did a polka dot pattern for mine. What I want over here is like a little miniature tree. You can do like pine trees, you can do like this tree with lights, with a tree top, or whatever it is you want. I'm gonna do a simple tree with like 3 layers, and if you watched the gingerbread episode, I believe it was there, or maybe it was in the fireplace episode, it was one of the two. I drew a tree like this with 3 different layers, so I'm gonna kind of show Oliver how to do this, and I'll show you guys at home again. So I'm gonna start off with a partial triangle. Good, and then I'm just gonna put in little fluffy bits over here. I'm just gonna fluff that out. Yeah, cool. And then I'm gonna also kind of spread them out a little bit more. I'm gonna make this wider, just like that, and connect it onto the other side. Yeah, I'm liking yours, I'm liking yours. I made mine like a fat tree, I don't know why. And I'm gonna do one more layer, just like that. And what better way to close this off than with like a little miniature little tree trunk. And if you want to at home, you can always add little designs, like little lights and things like that. It's up to you. We can put a tree topper if you want. The generic one is just a star. And I think I'm gonna add a star to mine. Do you want a tree topper for yours?
Yeah.
All right, what do you want for your tree topper?
The star.
You wanna do the star like me? All right, go ahead. Cool. All right, and if there's anything you want to adjust at home, feel free to adjust things. Like one thing I might do is I might put some sleeves on this elf by just kind of putting some lines over here above the wrists. I might want to maybe give him some pants that close off over here. Instead of making like a complete like almost onesie, I'll just have him have like some socks or something. This is your shelf, it should be unique to you. However it is that you want to draw your elf is completely okay. But yeah, I think right now we'll just enter into a time lapse and we'll begin coloring, okay? So we'll go ahead and we'll start coloring right now. Guys, welcome back. We finished our coloring. Oliver, I really like the colors that you chose. I also like the mismatched tones over here where it's kind of like green-red versus red-green. I like that. And I really like how you use yellow in 2 spots. I only use it in 1 spot. I wish I used it in 2, but I really like the colors that you chose for your piece. And guys, if you guys ended up drawing an elf on a shelf with us and you think it came out great, please send it to the email in the description down below. And as always, join us tomorrow for a little Christmas surprise. You guys have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.